everyone, and welcome to this TLC session. My name is Allison Calvert, and I will be your host. We are excited that you have joined us today for Office 365, Be More Productive. Please welcome Danny Ribby.
Hey everyone, super excited to be here. Just a quick intro so you guys know who I am. I have been working with Microsoft for about 6 years. Currently a sales and development manager, and I'm also a master Microsoft Innovative Educator trainer focused on the Office 365 for Education Cloud Suite. So I wanted to do this presentation primarily because I've noticed a lot of my peers aren't familiar with some of the really cool productivity tools that are available absolutely free for us that can help us avoid those really tough times where you've spent 6-7 hours working on a paper and you lose their down any of that. So we're going to into this real quickly. So accessing your Office 365 tools is super easy. You can either click the link that's in your Ashford student portal or simply go to office.com and sign in. You sign in with your student email address and password you use to log into your student. So I'm doing presentation management. Wow, everyone, I'm so sorry about this. Oh, there we go. Okay, while I'm waiting for my Office 365 account to sign in, I do want to talk to you about probably the most important piece of the tools that we're going to look at, which is going to be OneDrive. So OneDrive is your cloud space. With Office 365 for Education, you have a terabyte of online cloud storage. It doesn't mean a whole lot to people who aren't super techie, but that's a lot of space, especially for documents. And the benefit of using cloud storage is that in addition to being able to access it from your computer, you can access it from anywhere where you might have internet access. So you can connect from your phone, you can connect from a public library computer, a friend's device that you might be borrowing, anything that connects to the internet, your tablet, iPad, absolutely anything. So right here, you can see that I've logged into my Office 365 account and I can save all of my documents here. So for example, when we go into Word and we have a Word document loaded, I can initiate audit. It's going to ask me where I want to save this. I'm going to choose my Ashford University account.
Hi, Danny, it's Allison. Real quick, we're still seeing your Welcome to Office screen. So if you can refresh or maybe end share and start share again, that may help. As Danny is doing that, some of you may have missed that she is at a conference. So she may be struggling with some Wi-Fi connectivity, competing with everyone else joining her on that conference. All right, Danny, we can see you again. Oh, you're muted, if you can unmute.
All right, can you hear me?
Yes, that's better. Thank you.
All right, perfect. So, all right. So let me reshare my screen. Sorry about that. The internet just completely crashed where I'm staying. Okay. So office.com, you can log in with your Ashford student ID and password. It's going to give you access to a lot of free tools. First of all, you're going to have access to your standard Word, Excel, PowerPoint, everything you would normally find in your Office suite. And these are all going to be web-based, which means they consistently save without having to hit save on a regular basis. In order to install the programs on a Windows 10 or a Mac computer, you click Install Office, and then you can install the actual desktop applications right here. But I do want to focus right here on OneDrive. So we're going to hop in here. OneDrive, I was mentioning it earlier, but I know I was cutting out a little bit. My internet completely became unstable. OneDrive is your cloud storage. This is where you can save all of your documents and photos, Word documents, Excel, anything that you can save on a computer, you can save here. And now it's going to be able to not only stay accessible on your computer, but from any device that's going to be connected to the internet. You can create documents from OneDrive right here, so it's automatically going to save. I'm going to create a Word document and then show you how simple it is to pull this up on your computer at a later time. All right, so here is my test document. All right, and then in order to title the document, you just click right up here and type in the name that you'd like to have. You're going to notice that there's no save option because it's going to automatically save consistently. So I'm going to come over here to OneDrive on Windows 10. So right down here, and now I can see that document that I just made. Now when I click on that, I can view it right on my computer. So I can pull it up here in Word. Title test, just created this document. And here it is. All right, so I've got autosave turned on. This means that anything I change periodically, you're gonna see right up here, it's gonna say saving. So last document was saved 3 minutes ago. Now it was just saved. So now I know I can close this and everything is loaded. So when I go to OneDrive online, just so we can show that, title test. And test document. They have automatically synced up. So this is going to completely save you from losing any of the hard work that you've put forth over the last several hours of doing your homework. Now, another really great benefit of Office 365 is that you're able to collaborate and share documents. So, for example, you can share right from the document that you're working in, simply by clicking share right here. So this is going to allow you to share with anyone, either in your organization or even outside of your organization, in order to collaborate or share a resume or anything like that. You can also change the settings so that they cannot edit it. Office has also recently added a feature that's going to block download, which means this can only be viewed online. So this is a really great way to prevent anyone from stealing or editing any of the work that you've put forth so that they can only view it. But for collaboration purposes, you'll want to have allow editing. You can share with anyone in Ashford that has the link so that other people can share the link out. And then specific people means that only those specific people will be able to share the link. So for example, if I want to share with my professor, I can type in her name, choose that, and send it out. Or for myself, for example, I can send it here and then hit copy link or email in Outlook. Another great tool inside Office 365 is going to be OneNote. So OneNote is, you can kind of think of it as a trapper keeper or a 3-ring binder that you may have used in school, however many years ago that might have been for you. For me, it was about 15 years ago. So I have a OneNote that I use pretty regularly. I'm going to pull the one that I have open on my computer because it's a little bit more robust. And this is with my personal Microsoft account instead of my student one, but you can use it with student as well. So inside OneNote, you're going to have, you can have multiple notebooks. So here you can see all the notebooks that I currently have been using. Business leadership is my major, so that's the one I'm using for school. Inside each notebook, I have different tabs. So you can see that Anthropology 101 was a tab. I have sub-tabs for each week that I'm working. And I even usually put one in for vocabulary to kind of help me understand the class a little bit better. And I can take notes in any way that I prefer. You can use a pen if you have a touchscreen device, or you can type, you can copy and paste. You can pretty much do anything in OneNote. One of the things that I like best about the OneNote app is that if I copy and paste anything, it automatically cites it for me, so I know where I got that information. So if you need to go back and do further research, I can simply click the link and it will automatically take me back to that document. OneNote also includes Researcher, which is available in Word as well. So for those of you who are very easily distracted like myself, Researcher will allow me to do web-based research right inside OneNote without having to leave the application. So for example, if I'm doing a paper on women in technology, I can type in my search references and it will pull results right here. So this is great to find some supplemental articles that maybe can help promote or help support what you've already found in the Ashford Library. You can do journals or websites. And then it'll also automatically cite it for you as well. So that way, if you want to go back and find that or include it in your paper, it will be there. So that tool is a little bit more robust in Word. We'll skip right back over to Word and look at that. So it's Researcher. And then Technology. So let's say that this was a quote that I found from the article, "Why are there so few women in science?" I can read this right in Reading View. I do not have to leave Word. And I can say I wanted to include this as a direct quote in my paper. I can highlight it, and then I can choose Add and Cite. And it's automatically going to put the quote in the paper for me and cite it and create a bibliography for me, which is unbelievable. It saves a ton of time. You can set your style as APA for Ashford if you're in another school, whichever option you'd like. And I can go back to it and make any changes by clicking Manage Sources, and you can see all the sources that you've used for that particular paper. All right, so it's a really high-level overview of Office 365. I know we got cut out a little bit, so if I need to go back over anything, I'm really happy to do so. If you guys have any questions, please come off mute, throw them in chat. I'm happy to answer whatever I can in terms of productivity tools. Yes, this is being recorded, Terry. Really, really glad you guys like this. Yeah, Lisa, I absolutely recommend the Word add-in. Let me show you how awesome it is really quickly. So I'm going to click Grammarly, and I'm going to click Open Grammarly. So there are a couple of things that I really like about it. First of all, it does certainly help me with verifying my grammar, checking vocabulary. But one of the coolest things is that it also has a plagiarism check. So I can kind of see where I'm at before I even turn my paper into, turn it in to verify my plagiarism level. And it gives a percentage just like turn it in. So this is probably going to say 100% since the only thing in here is a direct quote. But yeah, 54% plagiarized, great. So it kind of just gives you a quick overview so you know what to expect before you put it in. And even better, you can even change it a little bit. So you know that our discussion posts can be a little bit more casual. So you can click on those. And if it's academic, of course, you can choose what type of academic paper you are writing. So I super recommend the add-in. I think it's extremely helpful. And it's a lot more robust, I think, than the built-in Word editing tools and then also the Grammarly Online. Sean, that's funny. Someone asked a question about PowerPoint. Yes, I do have a couple of tips about PowerPoint. Let me jump into that. So here is PowerPoint. Yeah, Cassie, absolutely. You can email me. I will tell you right now, I am so busy working 13, 14-hour days at Ignite, but I'm super happy to respond as I can. I love empowering people. I love talking about Microsoft. I'm super passionate about it. So here is a PowerPoint. I didn't mean to open this. This is what I opened, so we're here. One of my favorite things about the new PowerPoint tools is that it has design ideas. So I am a fairly creative person, but let me open a new one because this has a bunch of stuff in it. I'm a fairly creative person, but sometimes I just kind of get stuck and I'm not exactly sure what I want to do inside PowerPoint. So I'm going to insert some pictures on the slide. I don't know if these pictures are of, so I don't know. We'll find out. All right. So this was from a women's studies class that I took. So I will use that. And then I'm going to go to design and design ideas. And so it's going to take all of the content cleaner than what I've come up to. Use this, and it automatically formats everything for you to make it super simple. Another really cool tool, and you can actually do like merge animations from one page to another by using this motion path so that you can determine where your projects go. Your internet has to be pretty slick, and mine is having struggles, so I'm not going to be able to show that as perfectly as I'd like to, but it is a really cool feature. For Excel, yes, it would. Don't save. All right, I didn't even mean to open my worst app. I'm sure for a lot of people that's the same. What did I just open? Oh, tried to open something from work. Okay. Let me open a blank document. So one of the newer features in Excel is auto formatting. So it's once you hit the quick analysis, it will make suggestions, and then I can just drag everything down, and it's going to automatically format this for me. And that's in any pattern that you're doing. So like, let's say doing 20, 40, 80. I can select this and drag it down, and it's automatically going to determine what pattern I have and autofill it for me, which is very, very cool. You also have your data tools inside Excel that are really helpful. So for example, your actually going to cheat. This is another quick tip, which is the tell me what to do option. I'm going to type in chart. So if I can't find it on the toolbar, I just type in what I'm looking for. It's going to find it for me. And then I can click create chart. Now, this is a really cool page, recommended charts. So anytime you have data already in Excel, which clearly this is a blank document, it's going to list a ton of different charts that you can use inside Excel to recommend, but based on the data that's there. So if it is a percentage, it's going to recommend pie charts. If it's you know, showing a timeline, it's going to recommend a line chart. So it's really, really cool. And then of course, these are all the different charts that you can use. What other questions that I missed? Let's see. I'm so sorry about the internet struggles, y'all. It's cool. Any other questions that I can answer for you guys? Anything that you run into? Anything you've wanted to be able to do inside Word or PowerPoint, weren't sure you could? All right. All right, well, we've got a couple more minutes. Any tips to post pictures to the discussion board? So not super related to Word, but I have discovered that that you can a couple of ways. Let me see if I'm actually on leave right now for November because I'm at Ignite and then my mom's visiting. I have a lot going on this month. But let me see if I can get into a discussion for Canvas. There is, yes, Haley, you do get notifications when your document has been updated. You get them in email. And you get them in email, and then you also get like pop-up alerts if you are in office that shows you that someone's editing it. And then you can also see when somebody is in the document with you. So it'll actually pop up right up here-ish and tell you that someone else is editing the paper. And you can also see a history. So if you go to like review, it actually has to be in the desktop application. But when you go into review, you can see an edit history from collaborators so that you can see who's changed what and make sure.
Danny, if you can hear me, we did lose audio.
Upload them into Canvas and just change the size so that it looks a little bit cleaner. Uh-oh, can you guys hear me?
Yes, you popped back on. Thank you.
Okay, sorry about that. So it actually, I wish I had a test document that had collaborators already in it so I could really show you, but Haley, yes, it does. Whenever it shows you, hey, this was changed, open the document, you can actually click and it will go to the page that has been edited. You click on the alert and it will take you to that particular page, which is pretty cool. Let's see if there is.
We have about a minute left, Danny.
All right. Well, I will put a pin in that then. If you guys have any other questions, definitely feel free to reach out to me. My student email is just danny.rippey at, just kidding, that's my Microsoft email, danica.rippey at student.ashford.com, .edu. Please feel free to reach out if you guys have any questions. collaborative calendar. I use OneNote, or I'm sorry, I use Outlook. So you can use Outlook online. You can share calendars from Outlook. You can use the Windows 10 version as well. You can have it on your phone, but you can share a calendar and designate people as users or as editors. So that's a really cool feature. So just in Outlook.com, theoffice.com.
This is awesome, Danny.
Good.
Thank you for carving away time from your conference.
Yeah. I accepted both things in the same week and didn't realize that they corresponded. So sorry about that.
Work. This is great. And I know I can thank you on behalf of everyone who's attended for your expertise. And I'm sure you will be hearing from some, if not all of us,
Yes.
as far as tips, tricks, and tools. Definitely thank you for pushing through the tech issues. And just thank you everyone for attending. We enjoyed having you in this time, and thank you, Danny, for your presentation. And be sure to enjoy the rest of TLC. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah. Bye, everyone.